heartbreak in Las Vegas.
I'm going to tell you, this has been the hardest and the most challenging thing in my 25-year career in education.
In the past month, national headlines have revealed the unimaginable. Since the beginning of the pandemic, one Las Vegas school district has lost 22 students to suicide, twice as many as the previous year.
When I get the news that we have a potential suicide ideation or a suicide attempt, it literally sends a chill up my spine.
The district believes it is because of the lockdown.
As a superintendent, I feel that these are all my kids. The same thing I want for my kids, I want for all 310,000.
It's not a job where you can just leave it at the door. It's inside of you and it eats at you, and it makes it very challenging to sleep sometimes, and you feel like you want to do more.
Welcome back. We are talking about life in lockdown, specifically teenagers. That number 22 is staggering. And my next guest is dealing with it in real time and trying to help those students in Sierra Vista High School in Las Vegas, Nevada. Those headlines are real, and the action that they are taking is real as well to help those students. And joining me is John Anzalone. He is at his home in Las Vegas, Nevada. John, thank you so much for joining us. Just listening to your words, saying this is what is keeping you up at night. You know, before it was test scores and making sure X number, reach the test level. Now, what's keeping you up at night is keeping them alive and how to do it. That is remarkable.
First off, my heart goes out to those families on before. We're dealing with this every day as a principal, but as a father, my heart breaks. These are not the things that I learned in school while I was training to become a teacher and eventually a principal. But yet we've had to learn very quickly that we need to work with the whole child. And this isn't just about test scores, like you said, or the curriculum or the content. It's so much more.
My whole team here, when we saw that headline that said the youngest to take their life was 9 years old. I mean, the enormity of that and the challenge that you face and the staff is one that, I don't know, to your point, how could you have ever been trained for something like this?
You really couldn't. I think that's where your judgment comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where we have to team together. The priorities for us have quickly become the mental health component of our children. And the academics has really taken a back seat. And I think that's okay. I think we can catch up academically, but if we lose a student, there's no catching up.
Absolutely. I know, again, you're in Las Vegas, but this is resonating around the country. Parents are watching right now. What advice do you have for parents based on what you've learned facing this staggering number of children who people want to help, that we want to save?
Tackle it head on. Don't be afraid to use the word suicide with your kids. Don't be afraid to talk to them directly and bluntly about this. A couple of your guests mentioned this second life, and that's so true. We had a beautiful young lady take her own life, and she was living what we call a second life that we had no idea about at school. The social media presence that she had was overwhelming. And although it was fun and exciting for her for a long time, that took a toll eventually. The pressure of that took a toll to make sure that you're staying in contact with your followers, and your followers are constantly being entertained. And how do you get that next like and that next follow? And so parents, teachers, principals, all of us need to figure out not just the life that these kids are presenting in front of us, but the lives that they're presenting behind the scenes.
Wow, that is a powerful statement and a reminder. Absolutely. John, we're here for you and your school district. As I shared with Dr. Berman and all of our guests today, you have an ally in this show. As long as we have a show, we will continue to bring this to light to help families. Thank you, John.
Thank you so much.